A few days ago, I was asked, do we know what sort of new character options will be available in the book? I heard some talk that there will be new character backgrounds, goals, stuff like that, which will specifically link a new PC to the town and the adventure. GameMasters here, and we sort of have new character backgrounds, but it's not what you think. At least not as in-depth as what we would expect to find in, say, Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants with the Giant Foundling or the Rune Carver. What we are provided with is a small passage that simply refers us to use the character backgrounds that are listed in the player's handbook. The Acolyte, Charlatan, Criminal, Entertainer, Folk Hero, Guild Artisan, Hermit, Noble, Outlander, Sage, Sailor, or Soldier. Then there is a brief paragraph beside each one that details how the background is connected to the town of Phandelver, but it's more of a hook that's tied to the background and less of a defined background itself. For example, if you were to choose the Acolyte, it reads, "The frontier town of Phandelver is resilient, but organized religious resources are scarce. Your temple in Neverwinter sent you to Phandelver to pray and offer communion with like-minded faithful." Let's also take a look at the Sailor, and that seems like it would be a little bit difficult to tether to a landlocked town. It reads, "You've sailed ships along the Sword Coast, but a brush with death made you rethink your profession. You're headed to Phandelver to decide what's next." Keep in mind that this is a book of adventure. It's a full-on campaign setting, and as such, there just isn't the usual offering to character options and feats like what we saw in Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants. There is, however, something that could potentially happen to your character during the course of the game itself, and that is heavily tethered to the Far Realm, and what is considered to be a character transformation. The Far Realm is more or less the lands where apparitions come from. Think great old gods, Cthulhu-type creatures. As you adventure through this book, elements of the Far Realm can, let's use the word, infest you. For example, you might discover that when you talk, some of the words in what you are saying are not your own voice, even though it came from your throat. Or you might even sprout a small tentacle that can pick up tiny objects. Or your presence just could possibly spoil otherwise good food. Now, I wouldn't let the lack of character options spoil what puzzles and encounters this campaign brings to the table. While this was a pretty quick video, I wanted to thank real fast these channel supporters as they help keep it so that I don't have to accept sponsored ads. And if you'd like to see what being a member is all about, or a Patreon supporter, I'll leave a link down in the description. Now, we just mentioned the Far Realm, and while there is a heavy element of it in this new Phandelver and Below book, many players have not been introduced to it yet, which is why I made this video, so be sure to check it out next. All of the character backgrounds and options out there, which do you think would best fit this adventure? Let me know down in the comments, and until next our paths cross, may your voice remain yours.